I did not. Neither of us got to come before Thursday, and so there's a lot of things that are happening prior to ThrillerFest.
Right.
There's Craft Fest.
Right.
And I'm so bummed I missed that because
Yeah.
I love writing classes.
Yeah.
Like I could just eat that up.
Yes.
And I really wish my novel was ready to pitch. And
Yeah.
it's not even close. I had told myself it would be, but that ship sailed. And I learned my lesson last time. I pitched a novel in 2018 and I thought it was good. I came here and I took, but no, I took the classes and I was like, oh, this is crap. I have to start over. And it's awesome. I love it. Brad Parks even said that. He's like, that novel is crap and it's in a drawer. Well, that's my first novel. It's crap in a drawer and I'm just going to let it be. But doesn't it remind you that being here, it just reminds you the value of this in-person learning?
Yeah.
Because you and I both have done a ton of stuff online. We talked to Elena Taylor.
Yeah.
Did this great series during the pandemic online. And God, I mean, that was
great.
It was
but it is great to be in person.
In person, it really is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'm a note taker during classes. You're more of an observer, I think. You can just sit and take it.
Well, because these were not really classes; they're panels.
No, they're panels. So it's like snippets here and there.
Like I was like, no, I don't really think I need to, because it's more like you're trying to get, And I did start on the last panel. There were some things that I was like, oh, I should write that down, but Cathi
I took all the notes. But I'm taking notes. Interestingly.
And ordinarily, I do take a lot of notes at classes.
Well, I think the Craft Fest, I actually might buy the audio for Craft Fest. So they sell audio tapes of everything, and I might do the Craft Fest just because I really like that. But while I was listening to panels today, I was taking a lot of notes, but it was about my work in progress. Because they'd say something about pacing or setting, and I think, oh, crap. My main character or my, antagonist or whatever needs to be doing this or this or this. And so I just think no matter what phase you're in, going to a writing conference will just help you refine whatever phase you're in. If you're creating a new, premise, or you're beginning to draft, I just think it's so helpful.
Yeah, I do too. And I do love it when I hear something, and it's also not always, oh, I need to change something. It's like, oh my gosh, I did this right.
Yeah, I'm on track.
And I love that too, because
too.
That's that encouragement that you need, because it's such a solitary thing, right?
So I was going to ask you this. When we sat during the Brad Parks panel, and what that moderator is going to be on our podcast this fall.
Yes.
And it was actually called Conflict, Pivotal Moments, or Intriguing Characters, which is a lot. It's called about hooking the reader.
Okay.
I thought that panel should have been divided into like 3 different, because they were talking about conflict, character, and pivotal moments. Each of those could have been their own.
Right.
But what was interesting, of the 4 panelists, the 2 gentlemen, Brad Parks and Matt Burley, he's an English writer, which I cannot wait to read his stuff. They were literally on one side of the desk, and the 2 women on the panel were on the other side of the desk. And the 2 men are pantsers, and the 2 women were plotters.
That was funny. They almost got into a fight, right?
They did. But it reminded me of us, because you and I approach writing very, very differently.
Right.
I'm very much of the plotter world, and you're very much of the pantser world.
Right.
And so what did you take away from that? Did you?
Well, I totally agreed when Brad was saying, when you write it down, I do, like, if I would say towards the end, I have to be more of a plotter, just because that's when everything comes together. So you have to make sure that you get everything together. So I would make a little bit like just, we're talking a sticky note and thing, but then I knew, okay, this scene, I've got to make this happen.
Yeah.
So it does make it go very, very much faster that way. But I like the idea of just being able to go wherever. But I could see the point of you, the plotter, because you still leave stuff open. But some people don't. There are people like Jeffrey Deaver, who spends like
He writes
months.
He writes an outline that is
an outline
like 60,000
Yeah.
Words, yeah.
Well,
No, I
oh,
love
60,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying 600,000. I was like, no,
no,
that's
no,
more
no.
than
I mean, I think
yeah, yeah. And so he basically just goes in and fills in,
Yeah.
the stuff, and so that part is quick for him.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do that because things come up and I all of a sudden go, oh, that would be a better way to do this.
Yeah. So here's my theory about this, and it just dawned on me today. So the plotters tend to say, I've done all the investigation while I'm outlining and plotting, and the pantsers say I have to let it happen organically. I think they're actually the same things.
Yes.
I think they're totally the same things.
Yes.
As a plotter, and I'm working on my new concept, my new novel now.
Right.
I will literally have to
you're doing all the same
write
stuff,
in miniature,
but you're doing it before.
Write in miniature all of the whole story before I then outline it.
Right.
So I am experiencing all those cool ideas and cool things that pantsers think, oh my God, plotting would kill me. And I think it's so funny because I think it's the same thing. It's just different at different stages.
Yeah, but
That's
it
my
but
thought.
it is different in that you know when you're doing the second part after you're done, that you like to do, whereas the second part to me sounds more like the drafting stage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I like the creating part,
that's
so
so
I want
interesting.
to. So I'll extend that and do that in the slower pace, and then the drafting.
So you mentioned Jeffrey Deaver.
Yes.
His method, it makes my heart sing. I'm so
in
anal.
principle, when I heard it, I was like, wow, that's wonderful. But in my head, I was like, it's never gonna happen.
Sing. Yeah. But he has 120-page outline.
Yeah.
And I
could not even imagine. I mean,
I
to me, that's
Jeffrey
what a waste of time.
The sexiest beast ever when I do that. I'm literally you are literally the most attractive human.
Well, I love him, but don't like that method. No way.
But Lisa Unger is my favorite pantser.
Yes.
We've had her on the podcast, and she's here. She's the I think she's she and Greg Hurwitz are the two heads of ITW, which is International Thriller Writers Organization.
The presidents,
yeah, whatever the titles are. And she is really a pantser, really a pantser. And I remember her describing to us, she has a really beautiful take on creativity. We'll link the interview with her on our podcast. She has a really beautiful take on creativity. And it actually kind of changed how I think about creativity when we talked to her. But she really gets a germ of an idea and just starts exploring.
Yeah.
I am just too anal. That's so sad. I wish I could go, I'm just an explorer for 100,000 words. I'm not willing to do that.
Yeah.
And I just thought I think that's really beautiful.
Yeah.
So I think what's great is
we can admire the other side.
Yes, I was just gonna say, because in the world of writers, there's
there's all kinds of in between.
But right. But I just think I wish I had that skill set, but I do not. I am never gonna be a pantser because I'm just too
right.
And I need that and I wish I wasn't.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
And I wish I was more outlinerish.
Yeah.
But I'm just not.
No.
Yeah, it seems like an extra added step that I don't want to have to do.
Cheers to opposite sides.
Cheers.
See, this is how the country can heal itself.
Yes.
I'm just saying,
heal thyself.
Heal thyself,
Pantsers
country.
and plotters can be together. Anyway, well,
and both wear jean jackets and jeans.
Yes. So this is fun.
It's so fun.
And we still got another day.
I know we do,
and we have another thing to go to, so we're probably going to wrap this up soon. But
yes, but then also next month, Sleuthfest.
And
then 2 months after that, BasherCon.
All
the singing. I will stop singing now because I love to sing, but no one ever wants to hear it.
That is another trait that we share.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So I'll just add this. I'm sure Connor will cut out immediately because it's mortifying. I love to sing while I run.
Oh, interesting.
But because I'm running, I can only sing a phrase or two at a time.
Yeah. Well, are you singing
a
band?
I'm singing lyrics to the music I'm listening to.
Oh, okay.
And
'Cause I'm like, I know some people like will do pacing runs, like
No.
I was born an airborne ranger.
Oh, fuck, no. Sorry. No, Christ, no. Oh, that was better. No,
bleep.
I like to sing. I really love my playlists.
Okay.
I have 1,000 playlists on my phone. As a matter of fact, my family just said, "Have you made a playlist for Washington yet?" And I was
Oh
like,
my gosh.
"Yeah, like it's a big thing."
I swear to God,
I
like
haven't
how do
made
you
it-
have enough minutes in the day? Like,
I made it
seriously.
in the bathtub Wednesday or Tuesday night, and then my earbud fell into the tub because my kids. Yeah, so it didn't go up. But anyway, so
You got the playlist for Washington?
yeah. Oh,
Running.
So yeah, so I'll be on the treadmill,
Uh-huh.
and my husband will hear me sing a phrase, and then not for like 3 minutes, and then another like my favorite,
Yeah.
and I'll dance a little bit,
Yeah.
but I do it outside too when I run outside. Now I have not run outside for many years, but I'm getting back at it.
Yes.
Getting back at it.
I heard you.
And
It's getting warm enough now.
Yes.
I
And
mean, I
so-
don't know how you run in the cold. I know you do, but
I used to. There's a limit. For me, it was like 15 degrees. Like 15.
on a side note,
Yeah.
this morning it was 61, 62 degrees.
It was beautiful and warm. I thought it was warm.
and it was chilly.
Chrissy, let's go.
I got back and I'm like, gosh, you know what? I didn't even sweat, so I can wear this same shirt tomorrow because it's my only long sleeve shirt that I brought or whatever.
You know,
so.
this is the Florida South Dakota thing, which I love. Like it's so funny. Yeah. So anyway,
Okay.
but I love to sing while I run.
Well, good.
It's not cute. It's bad, in fact.
No, it isn't.
Oh no, it's bad. We need a playlist for our podcast.
Yes, we do.
That's what we need.
Get on it, girl.
All right. Cheers.
All right, cheers. All right, till we meet again.
Tomorrow
Woohoo!
or tonight in my room.
Yeah. I mean, till we meet with our listeners again.
Oh, that.
Cheers.
Cheers.